underwater implosions. Although not very common, the most recent ones, one in 2023 and one in 1983, have been devastating. Today we're going to discuss the Byford Dolphin incident. Rest in peace to both the Titan victims and Byford Dolphin victims. Please like, share, and subscribe to Where in the World is Frigg and Gina. Saturation diving is diving periods long enough to bring all tissues into equilibrium with the partial pressures of the inert components of the breathing gas used. In short, it is a diving mode that reduces the number of decompressions divers working at great depths must undergo by only decompressing divers once at the end of the diving operation, which may last days to weeks, having them remain under pressure for the entire period. A diver breathing pressurized gas accumulates dissolved inert gas used in breathing mixture to dilute the nitrogen to a non-toxic level in the tissues, which can cause decompression sickness, or also known as the bends. Saturation diving is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Not only do you have to have stamina, you have to keep your wits when having to stay underwater for up to weeks at a time. The story you're about to hear is concerning 4 divers who lost their life in 1983 along with 2 tenders, one of them who was seriously injured but survived. Here's their story. Some of the content discussed is not suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. On November 5th, 1983, 5 men were killed and 1 severely injured on a Norwegian drilling rig called the Byford Dolphin. And here's their story. Of the 6 men involved on this day, 4 of them were divers: Edwin Coward, Roy Lucas, Bjørn Bergersen, and Truls Hellevik. William Crammond and Martin Saunders were the tenders. 2 of the divers, Bergersen and Hellevik, were working on the ocean floor when they received word that there was bad weather coming in. Following protocol, the bell was raised up to what they called the deck, or the walkway. Bergersen and Hellevik set their gear on the deck and entered chamber 1, while Coward and Lucas were resting in chamber 2. This was the order that things were designed to go in. And while most of the protocols were followed, for some unknown reason, Crammond released the clamp before Hellevik had a time to decompress the remaining chambers, causing a massive explosion. The force of the explosion caused Crammond to be killed instantly, while Saunders was severely injured. All 4 of the divers, however, were instantly killed within a millisecond. One of them being forced through a 24-inch diameter window. The following footage shows what are the remains of Truls Hellevik. Viewer discretion is advised. As you can see here, Truls Hellevik was blown apart literally. His remains were scattered all over the ocean floor and within the capsule. The initial investigation could not prove or disprove whether this were due to equipment malfunction or human error. However, subsequent investigations did prove some liability on the company's part, who finally settled with the victims' families after 26 years. Martin Saunders would later say we could work up to 18-hour shifts, then get back to the chamber, sleep for 3 hours before they woke us up, and commanded us back into the diving bell for another 14 to 18 hours. At one point we refused to dive because we were so tired. The oil company's response: make them dive or you'll lose the contract. To this day, Saunders is still furious over the fact that the authorities tried to blame Crammond for the accident. Crammond would never have released the clamp had he been in doubt that everything was all set. What happened was a combination of everyone being exhausted, unclear orders drowned out by the noise of heavy winds, massive waves, and machinery on the rig. And most importantly, without dispensation, the chamber would be equipped with an interlock system that would have made it impossible for Crammond to release the clamp. In closing, rest in peace to all of the victims, and also all of the victims of the more recent Titan submersible disaster. Please like, share, and subscribe to Where in the World is Frank and Gina on YouTube. God bless.